Greetings all, I am not Pinhibiderp. I kind of just want to do an intro like that. I watched a lot of his videos. I butcher his name horribly, but that's good because I'm not him, so this is Perry. Anywho, going into this, we're doing a new video of me unboxing and building some of the M8 Scott HMC, the mortar Stewart that came out a while ago in plastic. So looking here, we have 156 scale M8 Scott Howitzer, stat card, decals, damage markers. So looking on the back, we have a little blurb about the box, what's in it, what this vehicle was. We have the different versions of it with the different crews, and the stat card. And the side box, of course, kind of shows you tank war, other models to buy with it. This one shows who can use it and at what periods it can be used. And the other sides are just the names. So let us get into the actual unboxing. Just getting into the unboxing here, switching to a camera here. I know it's a little bit worse quality, but it zooms, so that's all that counts, and it's on a tripod. So we open the box, and we're met with their newer sort of instructor manuals they've been doing, which I've been really liking these. I've been saving the front pages because they're good info. So kind of here it gives us a picture, if I can get this to zoom, gives you brief little note on it, gives you the actual like stats, I guess you can say stats. Flipping it open, we have pages with what's in it. See, it'd be cool if they used like this paper. This was the paper that the in my last video, you guys will see it before this one comes out. The anyone who's built a newer Warlord box set or conflict box set, you'll have these instruction manuals and this plasticky paper. The cover of the first and second issue I got was made out of this, and it was really nice and actually withstand the beating quite a while of shipping. So we have the basic instructions. I like these booklets. It makes it feel more premium. They're really well laid out, stuff like that. So, and on the back, they show you kind of how they painted it or what they used extra along with the basic paints on the model. And because they're a company that, you know, it's about the game and the models, not like selling out to a brand, though they do have some that they have made paints for them, which they've been cool and unique. I have some of them actually. If you guys ever want to see a review on that. But if you want to know like which like new wood or gunmetal this is, little symbols right before it. So our AP is Army Painter. PA, I believe, is not Privateer Press. It's something. V is Vallejo. Don't know what the PA is. I can't remember what PA is. Maybe one of you guys who do models with other paints and stuff will know what PA is. But yeah. So let us get into Sprues here. So we have our bag of marks that goes into the giant ass Ziploc bag of those I have. And we have this, and Ray was the one who did our packaging. So that, thank you. We have our transfers. Those are kind of cool. So we have some stuff for the French, we have some stuff for the Americans. And we have the data card here. Not bad for 144 points. So what do you get? What is the rules for this? So we have the light howitzer, 48 direct, or indirect is 2460. One shots HE, turreted mounted howitzer, so it's 360. That's a 2-inch howitzer with a heavy machine gun on it. I believe you can take as a heavy machine gun. I don't think it just comes with it. It's open top. Actually, it might come with it. It might, because I know if your army has special rules, like Hitler's Buzzsaw, um, these cards are really new player friendly because they'll have that worked into the card. Though for those who are playing like armies like Finnish or your mix just hodgepodging models together that you have, which this game is really good for doing that, it is very much very player friendly. I I will go over a review someday with Ryan on the rules of this game because as much as I fangirled over the conflict stuff when it came in, oh my heart belongs to Warlord games. Like I've been burned so hard by other games out there that this is the company I 100% support, and not just Bolt Action. Like their Hail Caesar is amazing. Um, the American Civil War is kind of fun to play, especially their new like epic version. Um, I like their Pike and Shoddy, their black powder game, but it's great. It's what those old war games of the time used to be brought back, like in this new group. So getting into that, we have the cards that will go back into my pile, and then we have the Ziploc of Sprues, which I like these Ziplocs because I use them as trash bags, or when I do modeling and stuff, or when I have a bunch of bits, I throw the Sprues in here. I always reuse packaging when you can to be safe for the environment, and they also work for not losing bits. So we have the first sprue. We have the treads. It looks like a good chunk of the treads. So this looks like a newer model. For reasons, I do have the old plastic Stewart, thinking that it came with the Howitzer version, but it comes with a flamethrower one instead, along with the normal turret. So, does this have a date on the sprue? 2020. So yeah, this was 2 years ago that this came out. So it would make sense that it's a lot nicer and more newer. Warlord is starting to build their own models now for tanks. So Italeri is slowly coming out. They're both equal in quality. I think actually the Warlord stuff might be slightly better on these newer things. But I do really like Italeri, and I hope they do keep some of their models. So I find that the Italeri stuff, the scaling, they may have scaled they're off sometimes. Like there's definitely a little bit of a difference, but not a big one to worry about. So Warlord, you guys are doing a really good job. Come on, focus. Show me this. There we go. Like that is great. Like look at that grill detail, the rivets. But anyways, this might actually be really quick to build. The last one had a lot of little bits that needed to go together. This looks very quick. We might actually be able to build this on screen. At least I'll start, and then when we come back, we'll have it finished. So we'll kind of show you the first intro here. So starting the treads. I'll move this out of the way. Grab our sprue here. Cut our sprues. If you guys want to ever try model building for yourselves, or you think it might be a little bit too much for you, there's a great game. I do a video review on that on my channel. I'm gonna have to swap some videos around, so I might pop that up as my channel video. But for you guys who are subscribed, you'll see it on the page when you click it. But Model Building Simulator is great. It's made by guys who model, for guys who model, and gals. There's a lot of girls that do models. So if you guys want to see what it's like, that would be the video to check out. So we need our little bits here. So, and then we go here, clean off the little bits here. Really nice detail. They detail all the sides. Of course, not detail sides that doesn't need to be detailed for ease of gluing. To me as cement, I actually find this stuff works really well, and it actually works well on all plastic models I've worked with. It's definitely not a resin, and actually it was shown because of Herpaderp. That's his actual YouTube name. That guy showed me this stuff. So we're looking, it wants me to glue the tread onto this part here. So it just goes on like that. Then we take this part here, making sure that this tab here connects to, make sure it slides under that tread on the top of the wheel there. So it just slides right under. Look at that. Tread done. Like, that's pretty awesome. The last one I did, I had to put all the treads together and it was just a pain. Never again. So we're going to clean here. A lot of these kits, for those who might be afraid, like, you don't have the time or the skill to build these things, they make them very quick nowadays to build. It's more just the I forget what the term is, but it's like when you have too many options, it kind of like stuns you. The overflowing of choice. That might be your only spot. In those, especially for history war games, most books, especially the Bolt Action stuff, is really good to tell you what piece is what, who should get what gear and stuff like that, what era it was made for. I find Flames of War, another game I own, which I have done a video on my channel, but what I own is very much you have history lovers game. So that one you definitely need to do a little bit of research on to build your stuff accurately if you wanted to. But again, who cares? It's a game. As long as you're in the general area, it does not matter. Then we're just going to sit it on the bench and push it in and make sure that it's leveled so it doesn't wobble on the table. And there we go. We got the top. Next, we do the hull, and this one's a weird one. I've never seen it done this way before. So I don't know how you'd want to do this if you want the turret removable, which they're small enough you might not need to. But it wants us to glue the turret basket bottom to the turret, and it wedges itself. I'm going to. So these circles here, these are the seats. So you might want to skip this section. So like, not glue it on if you don't want to, because that way you can easily paint the insides and stuff. But it wants you to glue it on like this so that it blocks the inside. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, so that turret can come off, I'm going to glue this bottom in using the turret as a guide, and using it as a guide to glue it in here. So just pushing it, and then I'm just going to twist this a bit. Okay, so there's just apply glue, and it wants us then after to stick this on, and I was able to keep the turret off. So that'll be great for painting. So just be very careful when you use this as a guide, so that you glue the ring only. You might have to pry it off a bit, but currently where we're at, we've got the model. Next off, it wants us to glue the back panel. So cut that off here. So on this part, we have two choices. You guys can either do this one in the back here, which lets you put on a basket on the back, which is a cool grill. My other Stewart does have that already. So to make sure I know the difference between the two, I'm going to do this one. which was built by 2 pieces. So we just take that. You could magnetize this or just, sticky it with some sticky tack. It does have a little bump here, so it might just hold itself up. But just stick that onto the back here as I put it on backwards. And whap, put a pop. Bam! So that's the main body built. I'm lying. There's a single piece left. Let me put that on. There we go. And that is the main body of the Stewart made. So with that, guys, I'm going to go for now. I'm going to finish building this, and then when we come back in the video, I'll show off the finished product. As I'm back, I just finished building the Stewart, primed it, have the crew separate. So let us take a look at these models finished. So first off, let's look at the base, the body. So we have the body here primed in olive drab by Vallejo. The Vallejo primers are very good for new beginners. It takes a lot of primer for it to start clogging detail. And for those who are expert painters or long-time painters who kind of know the feel of cans, you can actually make one of their cans go for very long without wasting any. So it's a great alternative to Games Workshop. I'd recommend them. They last and they don't clog. They aren't super sticky and will just wipe away no matter what color you use of theirs. So this is that's the hull. You can even do some cool mixing and like fade effects because of how light their stuff goes on. But here we go. We got the turret next. We got the gun, seats. They have the little Amy device, the sights, all as one piece, which is awesome. We got the extendos for the treads, so if you need to go over thick mud, you put those on. We have the Howitzer itself. So if you were wondering if you could if this turret moves, it does not. It glues into position, so you can set it in whatever position you want. Though if you had some plastic card, some tin or whatever, and a little like paper clip, you could probably make it so. You got the 50 cal on the top. Probably want to take that option. It can at least hurt something before it explodes. On the bottom here, I filed the ring down so it could sit in. I gotta be careful because the primer is still sticky. So, tip learned on this: if you guys are gonna have if you're gonna have the turret separate from the hull, make sure to put tape on the inside because and on the bottom ring of the turret, because the primer will add some thickness to it, making it really tight. So just tape around this ring right here and tape on the inside right here on this wall. Tape on this wall right here, right where this tip is. This tip is pointing like right here. Anyways, put the turret on. This Vallejo primer also basically dries to the touch in like 10 minutes. Be careful with that. I purposely popped the gun out because I need space to put the crew in when I'm done. So that's separate. So that just pops right back in. And that will sit right on top so it doesn't stick again. So that's done. And then we look at the crew. The crew is not primed because I don't know what scheme to paint them in yet. but sticking them on some foam here for now. Then we have the loader. Yes. So that, guys, that is the Stewart, the Scott Mortar Stewart. More, like, again, I have more coming in, so keep an eye on that, conflict and bolt action related, including a big box. So once that's in, I'll be sure to make more videos. So with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.